what was their plan, what's going off now, and how are things going to pan out. So, I'm going to do a fully loaded targeted individuals tarot reading. If you want a fully loaded reading for this or any other area of your life, they're £50, same day guaranteed. Drop down to the video description, you can find the Beacons AI link there and get yours today. If you prefer something a bit more interactive, you can have phone and video. Well, I keep saying phone, I don't do phone anymore. You can have video. I've got call centre PTSD, I don't like talking on the phone, so you can have video chat, you can't have phone anymore. Tough shit. You can book your video chat from 25. So, spread one, I'm going to do past, present, future, like I say. So, spread one is going to be the past. So, it's more about what this has all been about. What's this attacker's backstory and motive? Put it that way. Okay. We're then going to see what's going off in the present, and then we're going to go up to the future. So, this is more in regard to. I mean, the present one might be in regard to what's going to happen for you, but this is more about what's with this attacker, what's with this person. Okay, I'm using my Gothic deck, so I'm going to be going a little bit left field. Right, King of Cups in the reverse position, Ace of Cups, High Priestess. Right, okay, so King of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water emotions, King's masculine energy. The King of Cups in the reverse position is an emotional manipulator. Now, I think this is somebody else. I think at some point in the past, this person was emotionally manipulated by somebody else. Now, remember, it's masculine energy, so it can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. Now, they manipulated this person into the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups, for me, on this deck is a bit of a kind of, for want of a better phrase, poison chalice. It feels like this person's manipulated the main attacker into taking this deadly offer. Now, what this offer was in regard to was the High Priestess. I think they've been told, right, yeah, you come on board with me, you drink this magic solution of sloosh. Loosh, sorry. Is it loosh or sloosh? I can't remember. And you can be the High Priestess. You can run this coven. You can be head honcho. Okay? Let's continue. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Was 8 and 10. I struggled to see the... I'm getting new glasses on Sunday. Very focal, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Yes, I'm getting old. I'm going blind. Right. Right, so... 8 of Cups in the reverse. Right, so... This is about emotionally walking away from something, okay? Holding on, right, I think I've got where I'm going with this. We then got the Three of Swords. Now, those swords relate to stay away, we think words we use. This is the Heartbreak card. So, I think something's already happened. And this person was dealing with heartache, okay? We then got the Empress, which is the Divine Feminine. Now, on this deck, obviously, she's looking a bit dark. She's got glowing red eyes, and she's actually holding that cup. So, what this feels like is... Right, so, this is this person's kind of backstory. So, I want to say that... They got manipulated by somebody. They got manipulated. They got duped by somebody. And some kind of offer came in. It could be an ethereal offer, because certain deities come in and they say, "Do this for us, and we'll reward you." Sorry, with eternal life, with bringing somebody back, by having eternity with somebody, by gold, riches, fame, whatever this is. What they offered this person was strong magical abilities. And to be a High Priestess. Knowledge and wisdom. Ancient knowledge and wisdom, I want to say. Now, I think that they didn't take it immediately. But they wouldn't let this past situation that they feel hard done by, duped by, go. And they were carrying a lot of heartache and pain. So they decided, I'm going to take the cup. I'm going to take the cup. What it's got a feel of is that it's kind of like, right, you take this offer, you can be the High Priestess. As part of that deal, we'll remove the emotion, we'll remove the pain. And they've tried to hold it out, but rather than doing their shadow work, rather than reflecting on the situation, they've gone, it's too much, I'm taking the cup. Okay? Queen of Swords. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Wands. Right, so Queen of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. Queen's feminine energy. So this person is displaying as a feminine energy. So by taking that cup, I want to say it steadied them on a mental level. It gave them clarity. I want to say it gave them knowledge of the ethereal, or more so the occult. And they started to find their voice. Okay. That started to ease them. Nine of Swords in the reverse. So, person in bed, head in the hands, crying, swords dangling over them. That took those swords away from them. Okay, they started to ease that mental health struggle. Eight of Wands, Wands fire action. So you can notice this is the chap there is kind of conducting the wands. There's purple flame or electricity flame into it coming out of it. So this is them kind of finding that magical power. Okay, but it's on the dark side. Four of Swords in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse. Justice. So Four of Swords in the reverse. So this generally talks about periods of rest. It's when our mind and our body get run down. Are we listening to it? Upright position, yes. Reverse position, no. Now this feels like there was an avoidance to face, well, there was avoidance to face the issue, what had happened, this manipulation that happened to them. There's avoidance to face that, and I think they've probably avoided it to this day. Five of Cups in the reverse. So I think this is the collective. I think that you started to come out of some kind of mourning or grieving period and started to go, do you know what, there's going to be better times ahead. And they saw this. They targeted you and they thought, I'm going to get my justice here. I'm going to target this person. I'm going to make them my victim. Ten of Pentacles. What's that? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So Ten of Pentacles, right. So Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, efforts and energies in. Ten's completion cards. What it feels like is that as part of your path moving forward, you're supposed to be going on to abundance, probably financial abundance. Okay. Now, you hadn't got inside at that point. You were outside the gates. And this person needed you to open the gates to unlock the booty, and then they were going to steal it. Okay. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So Knight's forward motion. So yeah, I think this is you, right? Because he's got the big pentacle. It's like coming out of. It's got Midas touch type energy to it. Okay, they wanted to stop you. They might have stopped you for a period of time. Let's continue. Five of Wands. Four of Wands in the reverse. Right. So Five of Wands. So this is normally the fight or fallout card, but on this deck, it's like a group. It's like a group, and they're searching out for you. So, I don't think this person had found you. I think that with their abilities, they sensed that there was somebody who'd kind of woken up to their potential after a period of grief and mourning about a situation that hadn't gone right. It's almost like you discovered your divinity, and you went off like a beacon. And they went, right, I'm going to get my justice here. I sense this person is going on to greatness. I sense this person's going to unlock some kind of abundance. And I've got to stop them. So this is them and their cronies going on the hunt. Going on the hunt for you. Okay? Five of Wands in the reverse. Four of Wands in the reverse. So we often call this the 11-11 card. It's that happy ever after, working hard to achieve something. They can't do it themselves, so they've come in to try and take that from you. Okay, overall outcome card. Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so Page is more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience. The kings and the queens don't have the full motion of the knights. More about giving something a go. This Page is a Peter Pan type character. Okay. Makes a lot of promises, never materialises. Right, I'm gonna change my mind slightly again. So bear with me. So you were coming out of this period, and they thought, right, I'm going to get my justice. Okay, I think at this point they then came in. Okay, they realised you were supposed to be going on to some kind of abundance. Okay, and they took that. They took. I don't think they stole your abundance, but I feel like they like stole a key. Okay, from you. in the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and then ran off with it. You got wind of it, so then they started going, right, we're going to go, rather than running away, we're going to go on the attack. We're going to hunt this person down, okay? And I think as part of that, that's when your 1111 started to fall apart, and then this person ghosted. It was like they came in, they did something, then they fucked off, okay? Obstacles or blockages. Hermit in the reverse. So the Hermit card normally talks about periods of withdrawal and reflection. What's gone right, what's gone wrong, what direction we're going in next. The Hermit's also shining a lamp. Going into the dark side, shining the light on the demons, the trauma, the situation at hand. It's in the reverse position. I feel, I'm going to go a little bit left field here. I want to kind of say that the obstacle or blockage during this phase is that you didn't have a light. You were in the dark. Okay? Removing any blockages. Queen of Pentacles. Queen's feminine energy. Queen of Pentacles is yeah. What I want to say is here, despite this all going off, you didn't lose that caring, loving, nurturing type energy of the Queen of Pentacles. You know, you might be clad in armor, might be under there, but you've because I think in this situation it would be easy for you to turn into a person like this, because they're kind of doing the classic narcissist thing of, I've been hard done by, so I'm now going to go and do the same to other people. I'm going to kind of get what I'm owed, you know. And you've not turned out that way. Okay, so let's go on to the present spread and see what's going off there. I like to be a little bit more delicate with this deck compared to this to the other ones. The other ones get an awful lot of abuse. I just love this deck. I think the artwork's absolutely fantastic. Right, so present spread. Some of this might have recently happened. Some will be in play now. Some might be coming up about a week or so. Present's always going into the past. Righty-tighty. So, 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Sun card. Emperor. Right, so 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is normally a collaboration card. Now, what it feels like is that their little collective that they've been working alongside in that 5 of Wands energy, there's a main 3 of them, okay, and they're starting to pull apart, okay. Sun card, most positive card in the deck, means the birth of something new. Now, I sometimes get a little bit left field with this, with it being a bit of a black hole sun. I feel it's more that you're getting your Sun card and you're stepping up into Emperor mode, the Divine Masculine. Good ruler, good leader, wise, knowledgeable, firm but fair, not afraid of fight, not afraid of change. Let's continue. 6 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Page of Wands. Right, so I think this collective's right. So this collective's done enough to unlock their Sun card, okay, and you started to step up into Emperor mode. Now, 6 of Wands. It feels like part of this collective then have gone, right, we need to hunt down the collective's person, like love interest, because we've got a Queen of Cups, Cups, water, emotion. So I think this is your other half. You know, some of you might have recently met them. Some of you might not have met them yet, but they're kind of, they should be coming in, provided that the 6 of Wands energy doesn't kind of locate them. So you're in Emperor mode. Your person's not in Empress mode yet, but they're in Queen of Cups. Okay. Page of Wands. Okay, so pages we're sometimes called messengers, and this little shit's got glowing red eyes. This person's monitoring, so they've sent out a monitoring spirit who's been kind of keeping an eye on your person. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. 9 of Swords. Right, so 7 of Cups in the reverse. So this talks about either some kind of emotional abundance, or it can talk about manifestations and wish fulfillments. Now, in this deck, they're chained up. Okay, so it's almost like, you know, you can have them, but they're chained up there. It's in the reverse position. So I think that because you've met your person, or your person's about to come in, that's starting to release those cups. Those chains are going to start coming down. And I think the page that's been monitoring the situation has gone to the Queen of Swords, who's the main protagonist, and that's taken her from that to that. She's losing the plot. She doesn't like it, getting in her head. That's then putting her into the Nine of Swords in the upright. Okay, it's triggering something, and this all leads back to that initial wounding that they have refused to face. It's almost like they had a bad experience in love, so they're hell-bent on destroying anybody's abundance, anybody's prosperity when it comes to love life. Okay, so we then got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, not sure I want to go with that one yet. Two of Wands in the reverse. One's fire action. So this is about making a plan moving forward. So it's putting plans on hold. And then the World card in the reverse. Okay, last of the Major Arcana's big cycle complete. It's keeping an old cycle from closing down. Let's continue. Nine of Wands. Five of Wands in the reverse. Right, so Nine of Wands. Right, so that's you stepping into this power, remembering how strong you are. And on this deck, you stood in the centre, the lightning bolts coming down the centre there. Okay, so with the Page Pentacles there, I think that's you. I think this collective's been kind of learning more, honing their skills, developing more, and it's putting this person's plans on hold. They're not wanting to let go of this cycle, but you're getting stronger and stronger. This hunting party that has been out for you for so long has decided, it's time for us to back away. This person's getting too strong. Let's continue. Ace of Wands. The Devil. Right, so there's going to be another offer for this person. They're going to be offered an Ace of Wands, and I feel like it's almost like being told you can have more power than this person. But the offer's coming from the Devil. It's more infused dark energy. And I feel like with this, it's almost like the Devil's saying to them, right, well, you can have one more crack at the collective, but, you know, you kind of run out of time. You didn't get them, okay? Overall outcome card. Four of Pentacles. So we normally call this guy the banker. Okay, it's the investment card of the investment suit. I'm gonna go that. I think that you're starting to hit some kind of abundance. But if you noticed in this deck, they're uncovered at the moment, but they'd be hidden behind his cloak, and you can't see his face. So I think the collective's cloaking their movements moving forwards very well. Obstacles or blockages. Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune for me normally talks about the energy around us or the way we're thinking about things. Hold fire on that one. Removing any blockages. What's that? Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I think right, okay. Yeah, what this is basically saying is the obstacle or blockage here is if you think that you've actually fully achieved that abundant energy and there's been a shift, you probably have hit some abundance. But what you're being advised to do is don't charge forward yet. Okay, stay back still, keep it hidden. Is it secret? Is it safe? It's that kind of energy to it. So yeah, there's a lot going off in the background here. There's definitely something about trying to keep you away from your counterpart, from your person. Right, let's have a look at how this is going to pan out. So I normally base this over a 6-month period for these ones. If you're having past, present, future. If you're having present 6 months, 12 months, that obviously goes up to 12 months, as the name suggests. So like I say, if you want one of those, video description, Beacon's AI link. Don't forget to subscribe to me whilst you're here, please, people. Drop us a comment, say hello, and give us a like as well. Right, so final spread based over the next 6 months. Right, Two of Pentacles. What's that? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Four of Wands. Right, so Two of Pentacles. Right, so we've got the chap there. He's juggling the flaming pentacles. Now, this normally talks about being stuck in some kind of infinity loop, karmic cycle, or about having choices. Now, What I'm drawn to is that the character here is stood, and it's like you know, I know they said the juggling, but it's like they're holding, but they're remaining still. It's almost like this is you, and you're not giving your moves away. It's like, I could be doing this, I could be doing this. Who knows what I'm doing, right? That's toppling this person. Queen of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, now I'd normally say she's a bit of a pot stirrer. She's catty. She's not very nice. But there is that energy. But I feel like it's more to do with them. They're getting into a bit of a fit of rage, and they're starting to lose their temper. Because you're not engaging and reacting, that's putting your Four of Wands back on track. Tangible goals and dreams. White picket fence. Happy ever after. Three of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Wands. Page of Swords. Right, so Three of Swords in the reverse. So I think this is to do with you, because you start to see this happy ever after starting to materialise. That's allowing you to leave this past pain, allowing it to be released. Okay. Knight of Wands, this is when you're starting to push forwards. You are still going to be monitored though. Page of Swords. Okay. Monitoring energy, drawn to the crow on his shoulder as well. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Lovers. Seven of Swords. Right, so Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. So, which way do I want to go with this? So it's normally about not investing in something. We then got the Lovers card. So normally the Lovers for me isn't that good a card because we want Two of Cups. I might go a bit left field with this because obviously they're not naked, so it doesn't indicate the lust-based connection. I'm drawn to that kind of balance between the light and the dark there. Seven of Swords. So this normally talks about sneaky, deceptive behaviour. And we've got the puppet that's puppeteering the swords, and then the puppet's being puppeted by a puppeteer. How far on that one? What's that? Knight of Cups in the reverse. Five of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Right, so, yeah, I think what's happening with this page, I think that they're going back to the main protagonist. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, obviously we've got the inverted pentagram there. So I think that this person might try a little bit more bad juju, but the problem is now you're fully in contact with your person. You're in that duality with them. So this person is now getting manipulated by whoever's running the show above them. Knight of Cups in the reverse position, followed up by the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. I think that this person's going to try and run away. I think they're going to try and run away, but it's not really going to work because they need support to do it, and they haven't now got any. King of Pentacles, I'm going to say that's you, the collective. Now sitting in that throne, sitting in that abundance. Eight of Pentacles. Hermit. Right, so the Eight of Pentacles. Not sure with that one at the moment. We've then got the Hermit back again. So it's either going into Hermit mode or shining a light on the situation at hand. High Priestess in the reverse. This person's losing all their powers. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They're also losing their finances. I think what I'm going to say here is that you're sat in the King of Pentacles energy, right? With the Eight of Pentacles here, the Skelly Bob is drawing an inverted pentacle. So I think this person's going to go into hiding and attempting to learn some new dark occult magic, but it's not going to work because they're now in the High Priestess in the reverse and Queen of Pentacles in the reverse there. I feel like that abundance that they were harbouring is now being taken away. Overall outcome card. Nine of Pentacles. This is going to be you, okay? Sat there, knowing you've achieved something, looking back, reflecting all that hard work and effort you've put in. Obstacles or blockages. Eight of Swords in the reverse. What I'm going to say is that most of this is, well, this is all going to be happening in the background. This is the best you're going to get in regard to any kind of clarification that this person's getting their karma, because they're just going to kind of disappear. Lady there, blindfolded, walking between the swords. So it's almost like you're going to have to push forwards without any kind of real confirmation that something's happened to this person. Removing any blockages. Judgment in the reverse. Have faith, believe and knowing this person is going to be on the receiving end of judgment very soon. So yeah, you're going to be perfectly fine. There's still going to be a bit of monitoring going off, unfortunately, but you're coming into full contact with your real person, bringing in that duality between the light and the dark. As soon as that happens, that person, your attacker, is then fully under control of the puppeteer again. They can't push forwards with what's going to make them happy. I think they're going to kind of go underground. They're going to start trying to learn weird and wonderful things that it's not going to power or level them up, because that ability has been taken. I think with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position there, I think they're going to waste their money on things like training courses and paying these practitioners to teach them things. And it doesn't matter how much they learn. It doesn't matter. That ability is now gone. Okay, so there you go. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and like I say, if you want a personalised reading, you know where to go. Till next time, good luck. Ta-ta.